Let's have a look at what's happening in the business world with our business reporter, Tumisang Ndlovu. Tumisang, good afternoon to you. A lot of talk about Capitec. Always a lot of talk about Capitec for some reason. Their latest performance?
Very, very impressive. 84% that they've reported in growth and group headline earnings, 14% increase in its client base. Stephen, we speak to the CEO, Gerrie Farina, who joins us virtually to speak more about these developments. Thank you so much for your time, Gerrie. What do we owe this good performance and resilience in Capitec to this time around?
Yeah, I think if you look at our performance, for me, more impressive is the fact that since February 20, just before COVID, we've grown with 16% over a 2-year period. So I think to go through COVID and to go through the KwaZulu-Natal unrest and have that figures, I think that's a strong performance. I think to grow your client numbers, we're 4.5 million clients that's joined us, to increase our digital client base with 3.6 million clients, very strong transactional growth, very strong credit performance. So I think overall, we're very happy with the performance.
And that's also seen in the number of online bankers that you've accumulated, and COVID-19 has definitely changed the dynamics in how we bank. Talk to us about those numbers and the strategy towards maintaining those numbers, especially on the side of continued growth.
Yeah, I think if you look at our client base, 10 million clients are on a digital platform, on an app or USSD, and what we are seeing is tremendous growth in card transactions and digital transactions, and then cash that is actually staying very stagnant. So that is very pleasing for us, because I think cash is expensive for the client and it's expensive for ourselves as well, and it's a risky product. COVID has helped to change the client's behavior, shift away from cash. There's still a lot of work to be done, and I'm very excited about QR and the ability to pay with QR, because I think that can further enhance the whole payment environment in South Africa, to bring a seamless experience, and then also the ability to score clients much better, because the more we use these electronic payments, the better we can understand the SMEs, and from that side we can grow the mercantile business. So there's a lot of opportunities.
And a lot of opportunities that surely will factor into the near-term outlook. The general sentiment on economic growth affecting the banking industry in South Africa, as well as the South African Reserve Bank's hiking cycle. Where do you stand as Capitec on those developments going into the rest of 2022?
Yeah, I look at it at, let's call it pre-COVID and now. If you look at COVID, the Reserve Bank dropped interest rates with 2.75%. We tend to forget about that. Interest rates has gone up with 0.5. The expectation is another 1% to go up. So if it goes up with another 1%, then you're 1.5%. So then we're still better off than what we were pre-COVID. And then if I'm looking at the different industries, we're seeing strong growth in the motor industry. We're seeing strong growth in the retail side and in the manufacturing side. Those figures has come out in the last couple of days. So I think the economy is stronger than what we think. From a credit perspective, we are looking at those numbers and making certain that our clients can afford it. And I think it's quite interesting. If you look at this morning, I showed a graph on cash stress over the 2-year period. And I think if you look at all the industries, the cash stress, people that has got less than 20% of their salary available after all the deductions, it stayed very constant at about 10% of our client base.
Lastly, Gerrie, let's talk about that impressive dividend that you've paid out. Your shareholders must be smiling this time.
Yeah, I think if you look at our shareholders, 2 comments. The one is we paid out big bonuses to our staff, and that's based on the fact that we looked at a 16% growth over a 2-year period. And then there's also the BE scheme where our staff become shareholders, so that for us is important, so they also share in that. And then, a big dividend payout to our shareholders. So I think if you look at our staff and our shareholders, I think they're quite pleased with the dividend and the bonuses that's been paid to them.
Thank you so much for your time. That is Gerrie Farina, the CEO at Capitec, talking to us about their latest financials. And now we take a look at developments on the JSE.